Welcome to MCSE TV. Now guys, I thought, you know what, let's mix it up today a little bit. It's obviously the Easter weekend this weekend, so I thought, you know what, let's do some Premier League predictions. So there's 10 games this weekend, guys. I'm not going to read out like my Chelsea predictions in this video, because obviously my match preview will be coming for that on Sunday, because obviously we play on Monday night, but I will be running through all the other games, and so yeah, let's go. So Manchester City take on Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow at 12:30 in the Premier League at the Etihad Stadium. Now let's face it, the title race is between Liverpool and Manchester City. Yes, Liverpool are sitting 2 points clear at the top of the table at the moment, but if Manchester City keep winning games and Liverpool lose a game, everything can change, you know, anything can happen. Yeah. In all honesty, I could not predict at this point in time who's going to win the league. I don't know whether it'll be City or Liverpool, because as I said, anything can happen in football. And yeah, these things are never straightforward, you know. We've got a few games left until the end of the season, and things might not be as straightforward as as it seems, you know. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Preferably, I'd like Manchester City to win this weekend, obviously because Tottenham are also challenging for top four. They are sitting third with 67 points and we're sitting fifth with 66 points. So realistically, we want Man City to beat Tottenham tomorrow. Now, it's not, well, I never really sit here and say I want City to win. Why would I wanna? But of course I do tomorrow, because we want Spurs to drop points so we can move up the table. So yeah, so we want City to win. They'll benefit us Blues tomorrow if they do. My score prediction for that game is Manchester City 2, Tottenham 1. I think it's going to be a tight game. If City were to draw or lose tomorrow, and Liverpool keep winning games, obviously the title's Liverpool's. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, my score prediction is Manchester City 2 and Tottenham Hotspur 1. Also tomorrow, Huddersfield take on Watford at the John Smith Stadium at 3 p.m. in the Premier League. Now, obviously Huddersfield have now been relegated. Obviously that happened after they got beat 2-0 by Crystal Palace. So they're already relegated. Now, I feel like relegation puts the team in such a difficult and weird situation. Obviously the mindset won't be great because they know they're going down. They might not have much motivation, but also they might want to do it for the fans, you know. They'll try and win games till the end of the season for the fans, you know. And I think the fans, like the home crowd for Huddersfield, will probably drop down maybe a little bit because obviously they've been relegated, but I can't say that for certain. But yeah, motivation will be a real big key thing there, but you never know, they might beat Watford. But having said that, I can't really say that, to be honest, because Watford have been doing really well this season. They're sitting 10th in the table. Obviously, the confidence will be high at the moment within the club because they are going into the FA Cup final against City. Been doing well, the momentum's high. But yeah, they'll be well up for this game. They are on the back of a loss against Arsenal, but I don't think that'll get them down too much. As I said, they've got a cup final coming up shortly. So yeah, they'll be in high spirits at the club at the moment, let's face it. So yeah, as I said, you never know, but yeah, because I don't like ruling teams out because I feel really nasty doing that. But having said that, or do I even say this score prediction? It's really harsh. Yeah, I'm going for Watford to win 4-0 at the John Smith Stadium tomorrow. Sorry, Huddersfield and Huddersfield fans. But Watford are doing well at the moment, you know. You never know, there might be some hope. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 4-0 Watford win. Tomorrow at 3 p.m, West Ham take on Leicester at the London Stadium. Now, in all honesty, I think this is going to be a really tight game. Leicester are sitting 7th in the table, West Ham are sitting 11th. And Leicester actually, shockingly, on the back of a 1-0 loss against Newcastle. I didn't expect that, you know, when we're playing Newcastle, I thought, you know what, that's a win there for them. But no, it really did shock me, that result. West Ham aren't doing very well at the moment. They're on the back of 3 losses in a row. Surely they'll try and clench a point or a win from this at least. However, they didn't do too badly against United. Yeah, they're on the back of 3 losses, but it was just gripped away from them against Manchester United. It must have been quite frustrating for their fans. So yeah, West Ham obviously lost against Everton, the loss against us 2-0, and then obviously the loss against United 2-1, which was unlucky for them. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game, and my score prediction is actually 2-2. Leicester fans are probably going to think, what the hell, Emma, what are you talking about? Because obviously Leicester are sitting a few more places up in the table because they're 7th and West Ham are 11th, but you know, I'm going 2-2. So yeah, that's my score prediction for West Ham versus Leicester tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Bournemouth take on Fulham at 3 p.m. at the Dean Court. So guys, Bournemouth are sitting 12th in the table, Fulham are 19th. Bournemouth are on the back of a 5-0 win to Brighton. So that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Yeah, no, Brighton aren't doing great, obviously. But yeah, pretty impressive by Bournemouth, you know. However, Fulham have now obviously been relegated when they lost 4-1 to Watford. You know, that must be the most disheartening thing ever. Like, that must be so sad. It must just be absolutely heartbreaking when your team gets relegated, you know. It is sad to see. I know Fulham are local to us, but still, I still think it's sad for any team to get relegated, to be honest. However, even though that is the case, I mentioned earlier, sometimes when you get relegated, you might lose, like, lack of motivation and stuff, and you'd be struggling for that. However, Everton are sitting 9th, and Fulham just beat them 2-0, you know? Like, that is impressive stuff. Considering they've just got relegated, you think the momentum would be quite low and the motivation would be quite low. However, they've just beaten Everton, so I'm not going to say anything too quickly. So yeah, that as I said, that is impressive. We even struggle against Everton. Let's not go there. Let's really not go there. However, even though that is the case, I think Bournemouth are doing quite well at the moment. Yeah, they have had some very up and down results. Yeah, they are on the back of a 5-0 win against Brighton, but Brighton aren't doing great, as I said. The results have been up and down, but nevertheless, I'm going for Bournemouth to win 2-0 against Fulham tomorrow at the Dean Court. Also tomorrow, Wolves take on Brighton at the Molineux at 3 p.m. in the Premier League. Now, this is a big game for Brighton, a very, very big game. Wolves are 18th. Wolves are sitting 8th in the table, and Brighton are sitting 17th in the table. And Brighton are legitimately one place above the relegation zone. They are so close to slipping into it. They are 2 points off going into it. And that must be really tough for them, you know. So they will be wanting to pick up every single point possible, and they'll be absolutely going for the 3 points tomorrow. They really will be. So Brighton's last 5 games have been, they've won 1 and lost 4, and Wolves have lost 3 of the last 5 games and won 2, and one of them was in the FA Cup, obviously. It's going to be an interesting game for sure, and definitely, obviously, with, like, if Brighton, obviously, what happens with them, relegation, etc. But yeah, as I said, I do think it's going to be a very tough game for Wolves, you know. Wolves, it'll be very hard for Wolves. Yeah, they have got the home advantage. They are at home. But as I said, Brighton are pretty much fighting for their lives to not slip into that relegation zone. Like, they will not want to get in there. What team would want to? I am going to... But even though... as I said, it will be a tough game for Wolves, I'm just only going to go for Wolves to win 2-1 against Brighton. Now, some people might think I'm being quite kind on Brighton there, because Brighton have been quite poor this season, no disrespect to them, but I am going to go 2-1. I don't think Wolves are doing the greatest at the moment, obviously. Yeah, they are sitting 8th. That's brilliant for them, don't get me wrong, but they've had a few slip-ups here and there. I'm going to go 2-1. And as I said, Brighton will really test them. I'm going for Wolves to win 2-1 against Brighton. At 5:30 tomorrow, Newcastle take on Southampton at St James's Park. Obviously, Newcastle is sitting 15th in the table and Southampton is sitting 16th. So it's going to be a very, very tight game between both of them teams. You know, they're sitting one place above each other. So yeah, they're both pretty much doing the same season, you could say. They're both kind of progressing at the same rate. Newcastle are on the back, obviously, of 1-0 win to Leicester, so they're doing good at the moment. And that was obviously at the King Power Stadium, so they're doing all right. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tight, close-knit game. So I'm just going to go for a score prediction of 2-2. Now on Sunday at 1:30 at Goodison Park, Everton take on Manchester United. Obviously, Manchester United are sitting 6th in the table and Everton are sitting 9th. It's fair to say that both teams have had a mixture of results this season, let's be honest. Everton are obviously on the back of a 2-0 loss to Fulham, as I said earlier. Sorry about the piece of paper in the camera. And as we all know, Fulham have been pretty much, well, they've been relegated. Manchester United have just been scraping by at the moment and have been losing quite a few games. They obviously lost to Wolves and they just managed to beat West Ham. So yeah, both teams aren't doing amazingly. Obviously, they're doing great to both be in the top 10, as obviously. So they're not doing that bad, but yeah, the results haven't been that impressive. So again, I'm going to go for the score prediction of 2-2. So yeah, a draw. And Cardiff take on Liverpool on Sunday at the Cardiff City Stadium at 4 p.m. in the Premier League. Obviously, Cardiff are sitting 18th in the table and Liverpool are obviously top. Yeah, this is going to be a big game for Cardiff also. And they are literally within 2 points off Brighton with 4 games remaining. Yeah, they're obviously sitting 18th. They're in that relegation zone at the moment. And it is possible for them still to climb out. Nil one side will be fighting till the end of the season, let's face it. Their remaining games are against Liverpool, Fulham, Crystal Palace and Manchester United. So it will be a tough run for them, don't get me wrong. But anything can happen in football, you know. We've seen it time and time again. Shock results here and there all the time. So yeah, you never know. One positive, Cardiff do have the home advantage. But it's going to be a real struggle for them, isn't it? It's against Liverpool, for crying out loud. We all know how good Liverpool are doing. And I hate to say it, I don't want to be disrespectful towards Cardiff and the fans, but let's face it, Liverpool are doing really well, and it'll be an absolute shocker if Liverpool lose this or even draw this, you know. But as I said, anything can happen in football, you never know. And 0-1 side will be well up for it because they are close to that relegation zone. So anything can happen, you never know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I can see Liverpool winning this, and I am going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool win. So, yeah, that's my score prediction. Cardiff City 1, Liverpool 3. And then at 4 p.m. on Sunday at the Emirates, Arsenal take on Crystal Palace. It's obviously a London derby this weekend. Arsenal are sitting 4th in the table. Crystal Palace are sitting 15th. Arsenal are fighting for that top 4, aren't they? Let's be honest, just like us Blues. So yeah, I can't see them losing this game, unfortunately. Sorry, Crystal Palace and the fans. But yeah, I can see Arsenal clenching the win. So yeah, I'm going for Arsenal to win 2-0 against Crystal Palace on Sunday. And then finally, on Monday night, us Blues take on Burnley at home at 8 p.m. in the Premier League. I'm not going to say the score predictions for that. I'm going to keep quiet because obviously my match preview for that will be up on Sunday, the day before. So yeah, make sure to come over here to my channel on Sunday to check out my match preview for that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below all your score predictions, how you think all the games are going to go. And yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting weekend of football. Let's face it, it's always really interesting towards the end of the season anyways. Because obviously the relegation battle's going on and the top 4's going on and obviously who's going to win the league's going on. So yeah, it's very interesting. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And yeah, exciting times, you know. Also guys, comment down below if you did enjoy this video and if you want to see more prediction videos. And I think this is kind of just one-off, but I thought, you know what, let's do it with Easter weekend. But if you guys like it, I might introduce it more. So yeah, thank you so much for watching guys. As I said, make sure to stay tuned for my match preview for Burnley at home on Sunday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this Easter weekend of football up the Chels. Thanks.